So looking at these sort of chip shots, part of the reason why I think you're hitting the ground behind the golf ball, feet are aiming a long way left, okay? So to get your strike point now, you've got to be swinging the golf club a long way to the left. But if the target is the red line there, it's very difficult to swing the golf club to target with the feet aiming that far left. You're kind of coming against where your body wants to go, and as a result of that, when the club was going back, it was going back a little bit here on the inside. So the path of the club there, relative to your feet line on that yellow line, there's a big discrepancy there for me. Okay, so you can see it on this a bit more neutral to target there with your feet. Okay, that's sort of where the target line is there. And as this club goes back now, a bit more in line with your toe line. You see, so everything now is working a little bit more in front of you. So therefore, the club now wants to come back down slightly more sort of left of the golf ball, as opposed to being too far behind and just the club bottoming out too early. Your circle, in a sense, sort of just coming from too far on the inside, hitting the ground behind the golf ball, as you said. And then as a result of that, you try to keep your head down or try to do other things and get under it, and
Probably
it just encourages. Exactly.
Yeah.
It just encourages even more. So from there, once the club works back more in front, you can get that club coming back more to target. Lovely strike there. Try to avoid though keeping the head down. Once
down,
that ball's been hit and it's still looking down, and then it comes through probably after the ball's almost landed. Okay, so at this point we should see the body just twisting through. If the body and the head stay down, it's very hard for your body to twist through naturally. Now you've got a good strike with this one, partly because the club was on a straighter line going back rather than too far inside. But it was magnified by how much inside the line you were going when your feet were aiming over there. Because you think how far inside your club is to your path there. If your feet were parallel or more to your target, and that was your feet, how far inside that club's gone there relative to those yellow lines? It's miles on the inside. So you've only got really one chance of hitting that golf ball. That's going to be way from the inside and hitting the ground a bit early. So a little bit more neutral. Just favour the left side with your weight, but try and get a little bit more direct to target for me.
This is the danger, isn't it? Overdoing things.
Exactly, yeah. I think for me, the three things we hear or read or see on magazines with chipping is ball back, feet open, hands forward. And as a result of that, what I see time and time again is golfers set up like this. Because there's neutral and normal, okay? So ball back in the stance, hands forward, feet open. And that's, I've seen people almost to that extreme. Well, it's just going to thump the ground beyond. There's no way to play a golf shot from there. So for me, that's a sort of normal setup. There's a narrower stance. Your foot can come back a smidgen, but I'm still facing the target. I'm not twisting my body and then trying to contort back to the ball. So you can bring that left foot back a smidgen if you want to, but that would be me more towards target. Now the club is swinging down the target line more towards target, as opposed to being this way and swinging around here. We're trying to. It's always going to bottom out early, unless you then make a massive adjustment. And what happened after 3 or 4 shots from the same spot, you found that adjustment. But again, in the game of golf, Mag, you only get one shot, as you said, at the game. So, all right, does that make sense then? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Long game then.